Hello there, and welcome to what I hope will be a successful bit of Spyro Reignited Trilogy. In the previous part, we had done a fair bit of this world, and we've also got now the final level to do here. Let's see how it goes. Yes, I say I hope it will be a successful bit of, because the previous part, in typical Elgato fashion, fucked up. This is the second time now I've had trouble getting the footage into Sony Vegas to trim it down. Now, of course, if I try doing that in Elgato, it takes the video and audio sync out of whack.
The funny-looking guys with the shock sticks have drained all our water. We can't get it back unless someone activates the switches they're guarding.
Now it would just cause Sony Vegas to crash. Now I could look up solutions, or I could just do the part again. Because I could look up solutions, but I don't know if it's going to fix anything. So I decided, right, let's start again. So I apologise if I was pissed off today. I don't think there'll be any gaming news bits today, because I had some news about Blizzard with monetizing even further on their store, because of course they fucking do. And it just started pissing me off. I was going to talk about my emotional roller coaster day yesterday, but no. Can't be fucked, really. I'm just so pissed off at everything. So yes, I apologise if I've got the moody blues. Now, one of the good things that's happening today is that I was having some time to play this game. Is that I've actually hooked up the headphones to the monitor. Some very strange things when recording audio. Let's hope that it works. But I can hear things very loudly, although very clearly. So I might put them on occasion when I don't feel when I feel like being deafened because MSI forgot to put a volume adjuster on their monitor. Even though it doesn't have speakers, but it has a headphone slot, so it's on me. It's my fault apparently that I don't have headphones with the volume adjuster. Then again, they probably expect you to use a wireless headset or something. But you know, as I say with my game reviews, if it's in the game, it's in the review. Same goes for this. If you're going to have a headphone jack, do it well. Doing it badly is just as bad, if not worse, than not doing it at all. Because then people will get the message that you need to buy something that works. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing okay. Yeah. I'm not. This is the third time I'm doing this level, because, you see, I leave one save file.
Hi, Spyro. You must be
to like sort of record. I then catch up on the other one when I've done a day's recording on there, so then it's caught up if anything goes wrong.
I could let you borrow my submarine, though, for a modest fee, of course. A pleasure to...
Sorry, I didn't mean to skip that a little bit. And now this one that I'm playing now is my personal save file. The one that I play for my own enjoyment. Once again, because the Elgato fucked up proper, I'm now having to spend the time that I would like, I was now using a save file, I would like to go at my own pace and enjoy. Now, I know that a bit of is only supposed to be just that. It is only meant to be a bit of. I do plan on doing some one-shot videos, wherein that I will, play an hour of the game and just see if it's worthy of review candidacy. And I am getting closer to finding a game that I want to review. It is the most erotic game I have ever played, and it's got nothing to do with sex, and it's got everything to do with sex. You'll see when I actually sort of comment on it, but you'll probably just think it's very Freudian.
Our world is wet again.
We all want you to have this talisman of Aquaria Towers to remember us by.
But no, I've enjoyed the game that I look forward to reviewing. I've been thinking about reviewing this as well. I mean, not this early in the year, possibly towards the end, especially if I'm having a bit of a lapse in kart racing review, I guess, desire. But yeah, I really wouldn't mind going to reviewing this, but I would review it entirely as a remaster. I wouldn't be talking about it as an original game. Like, I wouldn't be explaining the mechanics. I'd be explaining perhaps how the mechanics are different, perhaps as a result of the controls being different, or you know, for example, like there's Zoe's response times to when it comes to auto-saving. You know, are there any things that you could exploit previously, like for example not needing to use a submarine? You know, what cheat codes are present or whatnot, and there are cheat codes. You may have seen Spyro Big Chungus edition on Twitter. That was quite funny. But yeah, it's like you can have like big head, little body Spyro, and vice versa. Which no doubt has quite a few fetish artists going wild on Rule 34. Music's quite good. You know, I wasn't really in the mood to record today, and I know that this isn't going to be a riveting part as a result of my mood, but I mean, what else would I be doing, gaming-wise? Just got plenty of stuff to do around the house, but that won't take me all day. Well, the parts that I can do anyway, I can't, you know, put my own clothes in the washing machine. I'll fuck it up or something. Actually, I might have a go at it. Probably won't. Yeah, it's like so I was thinking of going to town today, clear my head because I had a bit of a weird day yesterday, emotionally, and I think like basically I couldn't wait to talk to Lovely Chris anymore. So I did. I spoke to Lovely Chris only briefly, but it's made today massively better. Because honestly, I don't think I would have got out of bed today if we weren't chatting to him yesterday. But yeah, and I didn't talk to him. Oh well, that's what happens when I leave my conversations too late, knowing that I'm going to go to bed early. I didn't sleep well the night before either. So yeah, yeah, my day yesterday was really quite bad. It's like I had to get somewhere. And I had to try a new bus route because my original one had fucked up. Because I left the house too late, didn't I?
Explosives to blast open the tower doors.
Like, only by 2 minutes though. By 2 minutes. And I got to where I needed to be 2 minutes early.
If you can make it to the top of the 6-numbered towers, my children will be safe.
Okay, so what we've got to do here is we've got to get to the top of the towers in the order. So they're all numbered, so you've got one there, you've got another one that'll say 2 nearby, then all the way to 6, so they're 2. So that one won't open until we've rescued the child at the top of the tower here. Oh, ironic that it's the dragon rescuing the fair maid. Anyway, so yeah, my day yesterday. So there was that. So that was a bit shit. But I mean, I got there 2 minutes before I needed to be. Only just went straight in. That was awesome. But then that's it. And then like for the entire day, because I was really stressed about being late. I could not afford to be late. So I was really stressed about that. But then we did number 2, didn't we? Number 2. Anyway, so I was really concerned about that. Then I had Veteran of the Psychic Wars in my head all fucking day, and the night before, and I didn't get any sleep as a result of it. So if you don't know what Veteran of the Psychic Wars is, first of all, welcome to Earth and good music. Veteran of the Psychic Wars is a song by Blue Oyster Cult. It was produced in 1987, I want to say. It will be in my review of the next game I want to do. I don't want to give the name away. Well, you'll probably go out and check it out. And just agree with everything I say. I can't shock you with my opinions. Assuming you're going to listen that far, because honestly, it's going to be a fucking nightmare when I actually review it. Anyway, yeah, Veteran of the Psychic Wars was stuck in my head, and it's one of those songs that's like, it's so emotionally gripping. It's like, it gives me a sort of... It's one of those songs that's so good that I can't watch it again. It's like anime. I can't consume anime because the songs are that. Because the characters are that awesome, and it's like this started when I first watched Castle of Cagliostro, and it's like it was on TV one time, and it's like it was such a good film that I didn't ever want to forget that it existed, and I scribbled down the name and I couldn't remember what it was. It's a Hayao Miyazaki film, Lupin the Third one, so you know it's the best of both things in anime that are worth the shit, basically. And without the sex as well, that's quite nice. So that was good. For the most part, anyway. Quite rare for a Lupin the Third, actually. Anyway, so there was that. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. Okay, right. So it gave me those vibes. It gave me that, like, it's not just butterflies in the stomach, that kind of love for a song. It was like, it's a tornado. It's a fucking storm of, you know, apocalyptic levels of, I don't know where this was from Paris. Like apocalyptic levels of butterflies in the stomach, like to the point where it's practically painful, mentally and physically. But I mean, I love the song; it's fantastic. I would strongly recommend it, despite the effect it had on me, or possibly because of the effect it had on me. Where's this fourth fucking tower? I should know this. I've played these games for 20 years. Why do I not know this shit? Ah, shit, I know where it is. Let's go back. I'm certain it's back here. It's got to be one of these. 3, 4, there it is. Actually, under my face eyes. Ah. The damage sound seems to be the same as throughout the entire game. In fact, this sound, that sound in particular, that's from a mob in... Oh, what was it? What enemy was it? Was it Scorch where you strike an enemy? I think it's when you strike an enemy with a shield, and they're sort of dazed for a short while. Ah, I can't remember what it was. It might have been not Mystic Marsh, but it might have been. Unless it was a Spyro 2 damage sound, because I remember if you hit by a coconut by the monkeys. I don't fucking. I'm all over the place today. I really am. It's like I was talking about Lovely Chris, I was talking about my shit day, then Veteran of the Psychic Wars, then fucking monkeys in Mystic Marsh. This has all gone to pot. Gamer Brian asks why, says that I deserve more views. I don't know how the hell I do after that. Jesus. I'm a mess. Don't do autism, kids. Fucks you up. I've just gone past the 5th fucking thing. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about what I was going to do instead of this. I could have played Mountain Blade, but that's pissing me off as well. Now the reason why Mountain Blade is pissing me off is because what it is that I've just been made the Marshal because I've sided with the Kingdom of Vergears because I like the snowy places and I want to own them. So I've signed up with them. I've got like 100 loyalty. The king really likes me, so he's made there was a vote for the Marshal, and my name was put forward. So it was either me or Lord Vold or something like that. Lord Vuld, or Vuld, I don't know his fucking name, couldn't give a toss, he hates me. It could have been, I don't think it was Vuldrat. But anyway, so I was voted the Marshal, and that means I now get to tell people to do shitty side quests. Yeah, send a message for me. Yeah. Get 9 heads of cattle. Yeah, do that when there's no fucking villagers, because I've just purposefully killed all the nearby cattle. Great. Yeah, and your reputation with me goes down, you wanker. Anyway, the 5th gate was back there, I think. The tower. So, I've become the Marshal, so I can lead basically crusades against, like the Kurgat Khanate, which is horrible, because they keep constantly trying to take their lands back. It's like every time I make my way to another place, the latest place I've just besieged, and to be fair, I don't leave a garrison there, it's just immediately under attack. So I've got to go all the way back, and then another place is under attack. So then instead of actually doing what I want to do, I've got my resources are just constantly split between places. It's a pain in my arse. But at least now I'm the Marshal, so I get to tell people what to do. Follow me. I've got 400 people at my back. If we can't take this city, game's fucked. Oh, yep, shit, there's one below us as well. So we've got to constantly move up, but not too fast. Not that it matters, I've got plenty of help.
You did it! Now we can swim in peace! I heard that you're collecting orbs. Please, take this one.
This guy looks like someone who I used to work with in a charity shop. I won't say his name, but I hated his guts. And he hated mine. To be fair, I was willing to work with him, but... fuck him. So yeah, I could be playing Mountain Blade, which is just pissing me off, because I want to basically eliminate the Kurgat Khanate, which ain't gonna happen.
I've been trying to tame my new pet manta ray, but he just won't obey me. Hey, you're just about the right size to ride on his back.
Didn't know you're a Dom hunter.
Great! Hop on his back and guide him through each of the bubble rings as they appear. And remember, he's brand new, so try not to get him dented or scratched up.
Okay, so we just got to ride the manta ray. Okay, nice and easy. So, he says, but he's going to do Ocean Speedway and fuck it up, because we need the orb there. So yeah, so I want to wipe out the Kurgat Khanate, which is going to take a really long time, especially when I allow them to take so much turf. Rodok turf, who haven't really recovered that much. They're really feisty, but they are terrible on foot combat.
I suppose I owe you something for that. Here, take this orb.
The thing is that it's like they're really bad in like the open world of the Rodoks, but
I'd love to get him into racing.
I can't stand them because like they're fighting in 2 locations that are really mountainous. So my horsemen are just they're taking a fucking age climbing mountains. Meanwhile, they specialize in crossbowmen.
Okay, good luck.
So they're very slow but very high damaging characters. And I'm just having so much trouble because they've taken like I think it's like Sung Taka Castle or something like that, or Suntesh Castle. And it's like it's on a mountain. So we're both and the AI in this game isn't well, I'm not gonna say it's not great, I have got this setting on poor. But even then it's like, well, it's not going to be very good anyway at navigating the world and sort of like making
talent.
decent
I could
battle
use a
lines.
partner like you. You can have the orb I found in my other flipper too.
But Christ almighty, is it bad? It's so bad. One thing I will say while we're here, oh crikey, I've managed to get all the gems. Normally an arsehole. One thing we'll say about this environment is that it looks like a bit of a dome because of this this sort of seaweed around the edges here. It's like an invisible wall. It's very obvious. I don't remember that in the original. You'd sort of just hit like a wall, but we wouldn't have like the sort of electric, like the sort of pulse thing that would happen when you hit it. So yeah, I'm not overly fond of that, but I can't really complain. It's not a big complaint. I'm not a big fan of Aquaria Towers in this game. It really annoyed me. I mean, I can tolerate it in the original, but even then, it's like I'd rather not do this level if I could. I love this end joke, though. I will give them. And I have to commend the environmental design as well. They did a really good job at making the world of Aquaria Towers. Yeah, the treatment they gave it. I'm almost dreading Mystic Marsh, because that's like one of my favourite levels in the original trilogy. But at the same time, it's like I want to know how well they did it, because I know that, I mean, like, they've done a fantastic job with the environmental detail in this game, so maybe it won't be that bad. I mean, if the trees look anything like this, because there's a lot of trees there that play a major part in the platforming, I would certainly hope that they are good. Now, I need to just wrap up something very quickly. I need to go to Ocean Speed there, because we didn't get the orb last time, from what I remember. Again, it would be easier to remember if Elgato hadn't fucked up. So we'll do that now. Oh, yes, I may need to get out at some point, because I'm expecting like 3 deliveries, one of which is actually related to Enter the Dragonfly. I've purchased a strategy guide. I think it's a Prima strategy guide, a primer, for Enter the Dragonfly. Why on earth... Oh, shit, what am I doing? I don't need to do this. Right. Oh, yeah, by the way, there's skill points here as we go to the timer. I had a look at some of the achievements for this game, and some of them are bollocks. They really are shit. There's an achievement for killing all these guys, by the way, as well, or trophies, rather. If you torch everyone here. It's actually quite grim when you realise that that's how like a nuclear
I guess now you think you're pretty
you.
good. Well, let's see if you're as good as the current champion. All right, Spyro, meet the course champion. In order to win the race, you must fly through all the rings. But beware, if Hunter flies through a ring first, the ring will start to shrink.
Yes. Queen Finny is right now the best waifu in the Reignited Trilogy. Laura used to be. Queen Finny. Whoa! Oh shit! Anyway, I forgot the controller inverted as well. My ring was beginning to shrink then. Yeah, so I bought a strategy guide for. I hate this. I've always hated this challenge.
It's not as easy.
And I thought it would be easier. It's not. This doesn't get any easier. I've done this 3 fucking times now, like successfully, and that's completely eclipsed by the failures. How many times I've done this? I've fucking failed. I must have done this about 30 times in the Reignited Trilogy alone, and fucked up every time. Well, obviously it's 30 failures still. So yeah, I bought the strategy guide for the Enter the Dragonfly. It was like 15 quid, and I thought, yeah, I'll get that. I want to, because sometimes one of the great things about these strategy guides is that the devs have little notes of their own, and sometimes theories and things like that. My favourite strategy guide I've ever read was the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Game of the Year guide, and in there they sort of talk about like a lot of meta stuff, like not I don't mean like meta gameplay, that's sort of like bollocks. I mean. I mean like lore and theories and such. It's like romance and things like that. Easter eggs, quite a few of those. There's quite a few missing there. It's like I don't think they made a note about the giant mud crab that you can find somewhere in the game. They do talk about. They actually have a guide for the Hills of Suicide. Brilliant quest chain. Totally unmarked. You will not get any quest markers.
Great job, Spyro. That was some excellent flying.
But I mean, it goes back to like the old way of how RPGs did things, where someone would tell you to do something, and you wouldn't really mark it down in a journal or anything like that. You would just fucking do it. You know? It's like, hey, here's something that this person talked about. Give it to that person. And what do you know? You got the thing. Now I'm going to see if I haven't got the skill point. I can't remember. Guidebook. There it goes. Oh, I need to destroy all the seaweed. Oh no. Let's see if we get this in under a minute 10. I won't be mad if I can. Now, I've done a few of these on the other program save file. I think I did Metro Speedway. Oh shit! I think I did Sunny Flight and no, not Sunny Flight. Ocean Speedway and Metro Speedway. The next speedway that we'll be doing on time, and they are tight. Like you cannot fuck about them. And this, I hate this speedway so much because of the flight controls. I'm just so lacking in confidence to actually go any closer to water for fear of falling in, and I never do, unless I'm just being really shit. But yeah, it's like, my god, the times do not mess around. I've now got 10 seconds to destroy all of these things. It ain't. Look at that, 2 seconds off the skill point. That's mental. That is mental. I mean, I did it on a previous one, but my god, like it takes a lot of practice. I mean, and you can't land on the floor once. You can't hit a wall. You can't do anything wrong. You have to take every liberty you can. If you think that you can shave time off, you've got to do it. I mean, like going on the inside lane, the equivalent of it, you know. You've got to do that all the time. I've got to give it to them though. Again, it's additional difficulty to the game, and I really enjoy that. So, now I do believe we've done just about everything. What was the orb there? Oh shit! We need to get the climb ability and do that.
Well done, Spyro. Now that you have 6 talismans.
We'll do the orbs for Sunny. We'll do all the orbs here that are missing because they all require the climb ability, except one of them that I
Before you get to the castle dungeon, Spyro,
bit of backstory here.
you might want to know how
I'll let
Ripto
you
and his
guys watch
monsters
it.
arrived in Avalar. You see, last week in the winter tundra,
I'm gonna eat noisily.
super portal technology.
There, that's the last orb in place. Now let's see. All we need are some coordinates.
Yeah? How about 22475? That's my birthday.
No, Hunter, don't!
What?
Get off me, you useless buffoons! Why can't either of you?
The voice actor's good.
Where are we? No dragons? Wonderful. Crush, go back and pack my bags. We're moving in. Say hello to your new king.
Professor, shut it down! Hurry!
Oh my, I can't see the switch. I think I've broken my glasses.
Crush, go through the portal, you idiot!
Tell all your friends to take the orbs and scatter them throughout Avalar. Quickly!
Now! Go! Crush, get the orbs now! Now, you despicable little creature! I'll kill you!
This is bad news for Avalar. Hunter, why didn't you chase him?
Yeah. I, would have gone after him, but didn't he say something about not liking dragons?
Professor, could we catch a dragon to help us?
Yes, I think so. We'll need a world that has an alignment much better suited to intercepting one of these creatures. How about Glimmer?
So now we actually know, and I never paid attention to this before, even the original games, that's the reason why the orbs are scattered around. I was saying before, I think I said before anyway, about the lore reasons behind everything being everywhere. Like the gems, for example, like you find gems on Norks because Nasty Nork turned the gems into his minions. This is Crush, very simple boss. I love his animations as well. I think he's one of the best designed characters in the game. Forgot about that. No skill point for me then. Shit! That delay is getting really obnoxious now. Aha! So finally it works. So previously, I thought this boss was broke because he didn't chase me around before. And he didn't do that either. He didn't use the 3 attacks. And I don't understand why. Like, why was it? So that was quite baffling. And again, he's kind of just stopped because I'm pretty sure he would chase you the entire fight anyway. So why is he doing it now? It's me. What?
No, Crush! You may have been able to defeat that simpleton, but Gulp will be more than a match for you.
Bring it on, Shorty.
Gulp, come here now! Destroy him, and make sure it's painful. What? Gulp, get me out of here! So long, dragon.
What a wuss.
So that was quite fun. When it worked. Yeah, even then it was quite inconsistent that Gulp's attacks were only so many and so few, and he'd run around them. Well, only once did he run around the map. I don't know why that happened. I think it's because I lost some health, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what caused it to fuck up the previous 2 times, but I don't know. Here's one of my favourite cutscenes in the original.
That Ripto has caused enough damage. All his meddling has cost me a fortune. If it wasn't for Spyro, I'd be bankrupt. Oh, if Ripto were here, I'd give him a piece of my mind. In fact, I'd give him a lot more than that. I was a champion bantamweight boxer at university, and I still know a few moves. Take that, and that. No! Why, you...
I just realised who would be a really good voice for Moneybags. Comedian Vic Reeves. I could just see him doing the voice there. I was just constantly picturing him there doing that. Yeah. I think that worked better without the music there, and instead of I thought it was quite funny how Ripto sort of just used his reputation by going boo in the original rather than making a scary noise. Now, I may end up breaking the game at this point because I'm going to do something that I don't think the developers are entirely ready for. You see, Alora's standing there, and she's about to tell me that we have enough orbs to use to unlock the whirligig. It will take me up to that room there, which you may be able to see as a portal to Metro Speedway. However, I'm not going to use my orb power there.
There is a portal to Zephyr.
Because there is another way of getting
Thanks
into
for
there.
the gems, Spyro.
I would just pay for the portal for Zephyr as well.
Lizard Burger shop in Skelos Badlands.
Skelos Badlands, Lizard Burger Shop at Skelos Badlands, which is here. This is another one of the levels we'll be going to. I think one of the most recognisable in the game. That was the level for the second game's cover art for Gateway to Glimmer, not Ripto's Rage, because we live in the real world. That's good. Oh yes, another thing I'm expecting as well, if you watch my Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines Let's Play, was I will also be getting today the big box version, oh yes, not of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, the big box version of Redemption. Vampire the Masquerade Redemption, not my favourite vampire game out of the two. I can understand why people like it, just not my cup of tea, but I bought it because it's big box. And big box, if you're old enough to remember this, was a wonderful thing, like massive cardboard boxes, instruction manuals out the arsehole.
Well, I bet a rich dragon like you would.
It looks amazing. I can't wait to get it, and I got it for like 25 quid or something. So that might be coming today. So if I have to leave quickly,
no,
that'll be the reason
small fee. You won't regret it.
I hope it gets here today.
When you see a wall surface that looks climbable, like the one to my left here, just jump onto it and you will grab it with your claws. Use the left stick to move up and down. Press the jump button again to leap off. You can also jump sideways onto another climbable area.
So we've now bought the climbability for quite the cost. But now this will allow us to get all the gems up here, and we will be able to continue on to the gems in previous places. This is another one of my favourite levels, Scorch. Let's see how well I've done that. And I don't think I mentioned this before, but there is a character there called Bommo. Well, there was a character called Bommo. I'd said in a previous part, in part 5 I do believe,
Trouble with this door, but I think
that there was a bit of censorship in the game, and
I see you've
a lot of things
collected
have
a good
changed.
number of orbs there.
Bommo, from what I understand, has been changed. So he, I think he has a less of a human appearance. Now I'm not going to say why I think it was changed, because I think there's a lot of politics, a lot of potential for political discussion, and I'd rather not get into that.
No one's been through.
So we will see Bommo. We may have a bit of a chuckle,
I mean,
and that's where I'm going to leave
you're a
it.
shrewd cut.
Not because I think anyone will be offended or anything like that, but because I don't want people to get pissed off like I do at the slightest thing. I don't know, and that's not in reference. I'm not bothered by Bommo's changes, because I've only vaguely seen them.
I would love to let you enter this speedway free of charge, Spyro. Love to. Unfortunately, the speedway rules require me to charge a small fee. You've chosen wisely. I bet a quick dragon like you will win your money back in no time.
One thing I've noticed as well, money bags, is if you flame him, protects his bag of cash. I do like that. So there's another speedway there. So yeah, it's like I just don't want to get people riled up and going, oh, I remember the good old days when these games weren't changed. You know? Sorry, I've just got something in my eye. My eye! Probably an allergic reaction to the some pillows that have got ducked down, or some other feather. Yes, I think I'm allergic to feathers, but these are the best pillows I've got. So yeah, I was either put them on the chair or get an office chair, and I really must get an office chair. I'm paid soon, so maybe I shall. Now, one thing I didn't like about this part of Autumn Plains in the Reignited Trilogy is that when you're there on the very highest peak, and I really wanted to give my first impressions because I was almost in tears at how beautiful this moment was seeing this for the first time. Technically I am now, but it's not because of how beautiful it is, it's because my fucking eye hurts. It's like the wind doesn't blow, and like in the original you'd hear like the faint breeze or like a loud howl of wind. Oh, we can still see a Laura there. Interesting. Right, now we're going to get Metro Speedway without acquiring the gems. Haha! Although, actually, that said, I do actually think you would need... I don't know how many gems you need to get through the... There we go. And in fact, actually, if we've got time, we'll do that now. I don't know how many gems, so orbs you need to get through the door that the professor was blocking previously, because you need orbs to unstick it. But yeah, if you needed less, then I could understand, because you need to go through that door to get up the whirligig and the secret wall to go up. Oh shit, anyway, here we are. So yeah, I don't know, maybe they fixed it, maybe they recognised the other way to shoot. So this is Metro Speedway, another sort of metallic world. There is a trophy for killing all of the pigeons first. I don't see why. Because, like, they're one of the first things that you encounter. Oh, shit! Fuck it, no, we just die and strike. Now, I hate the Speedway in this game. I really do, because I don't understand the route. It's like, I could sort of, I mean, I would be able to do it before, perhaps not, you know, in record time, but I was still able to do it, and this one I can't. Also as well, when you're following the pigeons as well, parts of Metro Speedway light up, or so they used to. I don't know if they do now. Because everything's so high, so fancy. No, yeah, that's it. John, steady. Right, now, this is where I get confused, because like, you're meant to take out the bungee jumpers, but I'm pretty sure they're one of the second, I'm pretty sure they're the second or third thing you take out. But the game doesn't make this abundantly clear. Now, I'm following these arrows here until we get to the arches, but it's right about now when, well, which way you're supposed to go, because you've got these walruses out here. Who I think actually used to be just like, you know, like the balloonists from Spyro 1? I don't know. Oh yeah, there's also a trophy for like doing a loop-de-loop through an arch, so... Oh shit, no, there wasn't one either. I think it was for Spyro 1. I don't know how you do it, yeah. No, I don't think you can do loop-de-loop. Oh well. Well, that was surprisingly easy. I think it's because I've done it 3 times now. Anyway, I've got to get the orb as well. Perhaps we might even be able to get the skill point. Not that I'm really bothered about getting the skill point so far. We're here, into the waterfall. And here we come to the mayor. The mayor!
We've been having a crime problem here in Metro Speedway, but I think you might be able to help. A band of cat burglars have been raiding my re-election funds by scaling the walls of the buildings. Would you be willing to help get rid of them?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I'm the mayor. I remember the mayor from Medieval 2. Or was it Medieval? No, I think it was Medieval 1. And he had this like right Yorkshire accent and all of it.
Hunter can knock the scoundrels off of the buildings, but we'll need you to catch the loot before it lands in the canal and gets lost. Good luck. Hunter is waiting for you outside.
So, what we've got to do is we've got to follow Hunter. He's going to shoot down these things in the weirdest fucking order. Oh, fucking hell, I've lost them. And we're going to stop these bags of gems from falling in the water. If they make contact with anything but Spyro, it's an automatic fail. Because, strangely, if one of these bags even hits the floor, it's a fail. Because there is a floor. It's not going to go in the water and be lost in the canal. Like up here. There's a bag of gems there, right there. That could have been disastrous. Apparently not. Well, not today anyway. Stop that from landing in the water. Nice and easy.
John, you really taught those crooks a lesson.
I sure did, Mr. Mayor. And that's the all. For a bit of fun, let's try and get the skill point. I say fun. It might be fun for you. It's probably not going to be fun for me. I'm only going to give it one attempt. If this fucks up, I don't care. And actually, I may call it a day after this. I should really enjoy this. I don't know if I want to play any more Mountain Blade. I think I'm done with that. I uninstalled Divinity. Divinity Original 2, I should say. Not a bad game. I just got tired of it, and it was taking up too much hard drive space, so I chucked it in the end. Well, at least now I can reinstall it on Steam, so it's more convenient, and I like to go play with Chris. Oh shit. That got me last time as well. I just hit it there. I think you're better off gliding through. Okay, so we've got the skill points. That was nice and easy. Nice and easy, he says. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what other games I'm going to play, to be honest, because it's like this is... I play this really to catch up with I don't know, I think... I'll tell you what I might do, actually. I might go into town today, and I might buy some games. I might buy some PS4 games. Because, I'm enjoying... Oh, shit, I ain't got it now. Alright, I might go into town on... I don't know when I'm going to fucking town. I don't want to just buy them online either, so... Look, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know.
Well done, Spyro. The power from your orbs has activated the whirlwind.
So, if ever I needed to go there... So, lots of different levels to go to here. But we really do need to wrap up our affairs in some forest. I'm a completionist. Fuck. Tard. 20 minutes left, that's fine by me. But what game should I get for the PS4? I don't know. Oh yes, I might as well address some comments because I am running out of things to say. I'm trying to remember that my mate Julie, the hungry bookworm, a recommended channel, says that she enjoys Spyro, and if ever that she had the PS4, if it was on PC, she would get it. I think I addressed this comment before, I'm not sure. But yes, I would strongly recommend it. Absolutely, fantastic game. It's one of those games that I could easily say that, look, if you found a PS4 and you found like 5 games for it, make this one of them. And then trade it in. Awesome. Super Spyro fans said a lot about the series. I can't always remember what they've said. They were saying, so Super Spyro fan was saying that that Toys for Bob could do with making another game, so people are going to people start comparing it to the originals. I think people are always going to do that no matter what. It's like it's Toys for Bob. It's Spyro. It's like anything with a fandom will have people comparing and contrasting. It's like these games, like the original trilogy, had 20 years to be on people's minds, right? And we're both part of a forum that is dedicated to Spyro discussion. So, so we know like that. There's always going to be talk about it, you know. It's like even if Toys for Bob were to make a completely original Spyro game, completely different, you'd still have people like me comparing it, because in my Skylanders Spyro's Adventure review on this channel, it doesn't tell me how many souls I need for the thing. Super flight. Oh well, not to worry. Ah, there we are, that's fine. Right. So,
Hey, great! You've got the Superfly power-up active! Now you can light the gem lamps in this cave!
yes, I sure can. Gem hidden there in the foliage. But yeah, it's like, I mean, like, you'll have people like me comparing even like the Legend of Spyro. You'll have me comparing the games to like you'll have me comparing the Game Boy Advance games to the original three. That's never gonna change. That's what fandoms do. It's possibly one of the most annoying traits, and I contribute to it. Just thank you. But I think it can be unhealthy at times. I think it can really put the developers down for, you know, oh, it's not the original. And I did this as well with the Reignited Trilogy. I think we've all done it, or at least the most fervent members of the fan base have done it. You know, you'll always have your hardcores. You'll always have those who love
Thanks for helping
the original games and will accept
Spyro.
nothing but.
For a while, I was afraid we were going to have to cancel tonight's baseball game. Here, somebody mix this orb in with the baseballs.
So, that, I do believe, is this level has been completed. If there's any more gems left playing. Oh, of course there is. There's 4 gems. So I'm spending all day looking for those now. 4 gems. Where could they be? Right, I'm going to use the super flight again to check where they might be. In fact, actually, it would be really good for reconnaissance, actually, with super flight. If it weren't so limited time and if there weren't so much foliage. If grass even counts as foliage. Super Spyro fan, I will read the rest of your comment, honestly, because you made some really good stuff. You made some really good points, and helped me, actually, with the things. So, oh yeah, you told me as well that Jax is pronounced without the S. Sorry, but as the greatest fan of Spyro the Dragon, indeed the Herald of the Amethyst Drake, I have to completely disagree. It is Jax, because I say it is. So, yeah, I mean, in the normal world, you know, in the normie land, yeah, I'm sure it is without the S. I guess like Frera Jacka, but here it's Frera Jax. So, yeah. Sorry, that's just the way it is. I don't know who invented this law. I know it's a horrible law, but that is the law. What time are we on? I really would like to go out today. 10 o'clock. I mean, I tell myself that I really must socialise. I said to myself last night that I need to stop getting upset when I don't have the one friend I can talk to, like really want to talk to about all kinds of lovely stuff. But then again, it's probably because I just don't actually talk to people. I don't really interact with anyone. But I don't want to. You know? I hate group exercises. I hate working with other people. It's like I really do like to be independent. But the problem is that if I need help with anything, I tend not to be able to ask. Yet with Chris, I can ask him anything. I could tell him anything. But I can't with anyone else. Problem is that, you know, it's all the emotional labour is on him, and that's not fair on him. You know, as much as he says he can take it and he's all right. No one can. No one can handle that. But, oh well. So yeah, maybe I'll go out and Barnsley and look at talk to him. I don't know why I'd want to talk to anyone in this area. God, on my little chat. I'll tell you what I might do. I think there's a milkshake bar that's opened up in my area. I might look at them, get my fat ass involved, my smelly self, and perhaps order a milkshake. Unless they're going to ask me about like in Costa. I can't, honestly, I'd love to go to more coffee shops, but there's just that. It's not the staff that are pretentious or anything. It's the naming conventions of all the stuff. So it's like I don't want a grande. I want a large. You know, get me a fat foot coffee.
Hello, young one.
Big ass cup of coffee. You know. I just want a nice caramel latte. That's all I want. But they've got to make it so complicated.
You can try to say them if you like, but I'm feeling awfully hungry.
Master Chef. I don't remember what they called him in the previous. I don't think they called him that. Master Chef. Anyway, this is the turtle soup or turtle stew level, or orb mission or whatever. The idea is that you get the turtles away. Now this was originally with a top-down perspective, so it would be like bird's eye view. And it was fucking horrible, because you weren't used to it, and so like, the game would control awfully. So, the perspective here is much better.
So you saved a few turtles. There are more where those came from. Here, take this orb and go away.
So if I don't go away, you're still gonna let me keep the orb?
If you step any closer to the pot, I'll start ringing my bell again.
I bet you will, Master Chef. So yeah, so I might go out today. Get something done. I don't like going to these shops and stuff. I'd like to. I'd like to be able to do that, but it's like the thing is that I'm so embarrassed of going into a shop and not like I know what I want when I go in. The thing is if they don't have it, I feel like shit. I really do. I really do. It's like I need to know that the thing they do is exactly what I'm thinking. You know, it's any shop. It's like if they don't have any like Haribo, and I want Haribo, I don't like to leave empty-handed. It's why I don't like going to a lot of charity shops, because I often go just to look, and if I leave with nothing, I just feel bad. Especially when it's a store like that that's nice and humble. I don't like just walking in and leaving. If it's a big chain, I can give a shit. I'll just stop leaving.
I was going to use it to buy potatoes, but now I don't need it.
Interesting that orbs are used as a currency in Avalar as well as the gems. I wonder how many potatoes you could buy with an orb. And the turtles won't go through. Same as before. Oh dear. It appears as though that in Sunny Beach there is a turtle caste system. And this creature was born of the switch caste. And therefore he is born into a life of standing on switches. Now I've got 10 minutes left. I'm trying to think of what else I need to get done. Right. I would very much like more than anything to thank you all for your patience with me in this video. I really do apologise that to say that I haven't made the best part. It hasn't been that interesting. I haven't really done it. I didn't know I did as much as I did before, but it could have been so much less of anything. Still, I'm missing 2 gems. Where? Because now I can't leave until I've got those 2. I love what they've done here. Now that is a glass ceiling if ever I saw. I think that's the most beautiful thing about this game is what they did there. Toys for Bob, if ever you watch these things, get proud of them and do more of it. Because it's gorgeous. Music is astonishing as well. Even now I've got my headphones plugged into the monitor. I'm still not listening to music, unfortunately. Perhaps I would have done if this was if this was a personal save still, and not one that I now have to use for the A Bit Of series. I am determined to complete all 3 games because not just because it's I have the inability to keep a bit of, but because I think I owe it to viewers of many years ago when I started playing these things and never finished Spyro 2 and 3, so we'll be able to see the final bosses and hopefully 100% complete all 3 games. 120% complete if that's possible. But that would be most wonderful if we could. Right, I can't seem to find those gems there. Are they down here by any chance? It's 2 gems. And they're definitely here. Slow down a bit and have a look. It's beautiful. The work the developers have done is more than I can. I can't begin to express how awesome the game is. It's like the more I look at it, the more I'm like, you know what? I can live with the textures. I can live with some of the bad textures. I can live with some of the, the weaker water effects here and there. I can deal with all that because overall they've done well, and I think as well they've had a lot more to work with here. It's like you can see all these little details. they, they've got a much stronger base, so they're not really sort of making so much as like as an original world, as they're improving on this now that they've got more detail to work with that Insomniac had put in originally. Oh yes, Super Spyro fan as well mentioned that there's only a couple of people, including Ted Price, working at Insomniac, and that's why they probably wouldn't do so well with the Spyro game nowadays. And I understand that completely. Yeah, I only sort of thought hypothetically about it. It wasn't really a thing like, you know, I think that they would do better today. No, I don't think they would. I think Insomniac would struggle immensely to bring back the glory of Spyro, you know. But we've seen with Sunset Overdrive that, I mean, while I don't necessarily agree entirely with their artistic vision, I can understand that they had a lot of fun with it, and that I want to see more Sunset Overdrives, not open world action adventure games as such, but those games where the devs went fucking wild and crazy and loved every minute of it. So yeah. Alright then, so that's it for a bit of Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do apologise for the attitude I've had today. It's just been mental. Things shall improve, hopefully. God knows that I don't think I'm going to have another day like this for a long time. So, in the next part, I do believe we might be doing a bit of Crystal Glacier, Skillless Badlands, might get Zephyr out of the way, and possibly do one of my favourite levels, Breeze Harbour, or we can move on to Scorch right away. We'll have to see. Yeah, and we'll possibly even take a bit more time to appreciate the fantastic design of Autumn Plains. Again, thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Ta-ta for now.